What is up, YouTube? Chaz here, and today I'm here with Nicky Taylor. We're here at the European Championship 2024 in Berlin, and you went top 64 with Fiendsmith Snake Eyes. Let's go!
Thanks so much, Chaz. Absolutely surreal, insane for me. It's like my first big event, so it's been an amazing experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you also told me you went all the way from South Africa. You saved a lot here, so you can go for this trip. And you look at you just topped Euros, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while to actually like sink in. I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah.
Day one, I was like X2-1, so I was like hanging in there, and then
Yep.
I won the last two rounds. Today I won the first three, 10, 11, 12. Just made it in. And my opponent was the Italian national champion, who's really good, back-to-back champion. So we had a close one, and he won.
Nice.
but I'm
Congrats on top 64. Still amazing feature.
Sure, so much.
Yeah. And yeah, let's check
Let's
check
check
it
it
out
out the
then.
deck. Okay, so Snake Eye, Fiendsmith. Super consistent deck. That was a good choice. Decided to max out on the engravers. Some people were thinking of cutting it down to 2, just to reduce the deck count. I'm actually playing 48 cards.
48.
It's
Ooh.
pretty crazy. It's a lot of one card combos. So you can kind of go a bit bigger, and so you see like maybe 2-3 non-agent as is kind of needed to win the mirrors. So those are all the best cards. We got a couple bricks, which we hate to see them. Sometimes I actually side out this going second. Depending if you need to bring in a lot of non-agent, we'll get to like the siding patterns. Then you could even consider siding out like this and tracked and 2 engravers. It gives you quite a lot of space to bring in. We got the standard 2 Poplar, so that's the main Snake Eye monsters. The non-agent. So this card is absolutely insane. Throughout the day, the strategy was to basically make Appaloosa and like always hit this. So don't take the bait on Bastiles and things like that, or else you just get it like really hard punished, and so not very much you can do with a nib token and one effect monster. So yeah, if you open this and any hand trap, you are basically cooking them. So I decided to play the Bastiles. I think this was a new trend, which was they're not high as impact on their own, but when you pair them with other hand traps, they're pretty good. Ball Drake is pretty cracked if you resolve that effect. If you make the Druid Swerve in their turn and you have an IP on its own, that's also more interruption. This card's also insane. I'm siding 2 Phantasme, so yeah, you can search that out. It makes this more live. Okay, this is one crossout target. It's you never want to see 2 of these. It can come up in time, which is kind of cool, and it's decent against Tempai. Whereas Effect Veiler is pretty bad there, and I just side out like 2 of those usually. Snake Eye, Snake Ash. Ash Blossom.
Ash Blossom, yeah, the other Ash.
Yeah, so a lot of people think it's a bit underwhelming choosing when to play it. So Requiem is a common scenario, or Snake Eye Ash Effect. And it's good against like Rogue, and you just max out on a bunch of hand traps. So we got a 3 Effect Veiler. Kind of mid, but yeah. Decent. So then some sort of board breaker-ish cards, 2 talents. Just those are like the last 2 cards I added in. I was testing against some of the guys, and it was just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
You can use this a dozen targets. Obviously, you're taking their Desirees. This making the Desiree not resolve. It almost feels like a crossout designator against an Appaloosa. I was always going for IP into the Appaloosa, so that it was protected, playing around this card. Really good in the mirror matches and stuff. Not so good going like first in a way. And then 3 Imperm as well. So I wanted to have some cards that I can top deck, that can still break the board. A lot of the strategy was not just to shotgun a like hand trap on something, unless you had enough. So if you saw you kind of had 2, and maybe some of these, then you might even just hold them and try and cook the board from there. 1 tracked. I don't think you would ever want to play 2 really. Often you don't want to add back the engraver of the Lacrima, because then your later engravers are not really live. They're dead. One of these standard. So 1 for 1 is slightly different. A lot of people are choosing to play it again. In Snake Eyes, I think just having an extra layer of an extender in such a hand trap heavy format was pretty clutch. standard 3 bonfire, 3 of these, and the trap card. So Joel Knockwood is phased out a little bit, so it wasn't too much of a threat. I decided to keep this in the main deck, seeing as the side deck was quite tight.
Yep.
And this was super good against Tempire the whole day, just popping the back row and negating summons against Cashier and things like that. It's really good. Playing around Dark Ruler as well, you just set this. Yeah, and the Desiree can respond.
Yep.
Okay, the extra deck, pretty standard. The extra deck, super tight because of the Fiendsmith package. I decided not to play Necroquip, Banshee. It actually kind of came up, I would say, where I just have 2 effect monsters. If I had it, it would be live. Maybe it would be in the side deck if I were to continue playing. So yeah, the choices of the flex spots, you could say, were Nightmare Phoenix. This great against it's being a fiend, so it helps you when you're under rivalry, protecting the Appaloosa by battle and the SP. Fire, another princess monster you can link with. Anima as well, its attributes are insane. It's Dark Spellcaster, and yeah, you actually need this for a lot of combos. So if you open like Poplar and yeah, a lot of hands, you kind of need this thing, and it gets you into SP really quickly. You summon a Snake Eyes thing, they bait it with negate it with Appaloosa. You summon this forces another Appaloosa, and then you can just make a SP. If they have an IP in the back row, then you just like banish that, and you're already like halfway through there. Just some of the standard stuff. I think you kind of need these. This is really cool. If you open up like Snake Eye Ash and Celine Witch, then you make this quickly. This sometimes even baits a hand trap, which is awesome. And often then what I would do is summon this and then summon this, so you can make your combos nip proof. But I would like to get this like in the grave earlier on. It saves me like a body later on. And obviously the rabbits to go with the trap. This card was pretty cracked. Very like glad I played it. Okay, onto the side deck. Side deck. In normal like formats, the side deck seems really trash, but it's kind of on trend with a lot of the new cards that people are playing. So Phantasme, you just want to draw like and plus a bunch of cards in the mirror match. It's even decent into Tempai. This Malchami is really good row coverage. Pretty insane in the mirror if you get to draw 2, and then you draw a bunch of extra hand traps, and particularly with the timeout rules and combos taking so long, the Dogwood. So in my last round, we were basically trading Dogwoods. He had the last one, and that was why I lost. Cross out Designator, this card's absolutely insane, but you wouldn't want to main it.
Yep.
Going second would suck. So yeah, you cross out these things and Nibiru particularly. If they don't hand trap you, yeah, go for the engine. In the mirror, Called By, card feels pretty air in the mirror match, but it's really just to respect Shifter, even though my deck was 48, so I didn't draw it when I needed it. And then lastly, some of the spice. Played 1 Golden Lord. So this was, I didn't only wanted to dedicate one extra deck, side deck slot for Runic Stun, Labyrinth, and kind of Rogue. So the idea was he would just keep farming with Poplar, and you can out Floodgates and grind like that. And you can dump him with Beatrice. Speaking of which, 1 Skill Drain and 1 Nightmare Griffin. So the idea was this wouldn't play into talents, and this on its own is just a really good card into like branded in certain matchups.
Nice.
Thanks.
Solid deck profile. Thank you so much, Nicky. Do you want to do any shout outs?
Oh yeah, of course. First and foremost, shout out to my girlfriend for all her support and everything. And shout out to the team and all my friends back at home.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. It was really fun. Really
Thank
enjoyed
you
it.
so much. Thank you so much. Hey, congrats once
Shout out to
again.
you.
Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hey, I wish you a nice evening and see you around.
Thank you. Cheers.